It's day 171 of the Zohar al Pshat, and we are on Daf Chaf Amud Aleph in the Zohar Kodesh, and we up to the fifth line down, and we're talking about yesterday the meat of the nut and the husks and the egos and the klipa, and this continues today with the same theme as each level is the mocha, the gabi klipa of the next level on top of it. And we're using it for echolos today. And echolos obviously are perceptions. And the perception one has from a level, each perception is more internal, more external, and so on and so forth. And that's Kodesh goes along those lines. So, the heichal, which is the enclosure, the clothing for that most innermost closed up dot. Even here it's lace l'shur. It has light which is no limit. But nevertheless, it's not the nut itself. It is a covering. It's a very thin covering, but it's a covering. Lav dokik v'zokik iu kei nekuda kadma tamerganis. It's not on the same level as nekuda, which it encloses, which it clothes. Ha'eichol ispashib shitu or kadma. That heichol expands the light of the ancient interior, the innermost light. Ha'upshita iu levusha lahu eichola, and that expansion is the enclosure of that heichol dakik. V'zakich pnima ha'upshita iu levusha lahu eichola dakik. V'zakich pnima yatir mikar, that the heichal is levush to that heichal. In other words, there's another heichal on top of that heichal. We kind hala from here on in. Yispashet da b'da, yislapish da b'da. They expand one to each other and then clothe one the other. Adishtakach da levush da v'da da. So one becomes levush the next one, the other becomes levush the next one. Da mocha v'da klipa. This is the mocha and then the klipa, and that klipa is the mocha and the next klipa. V'avgad da levusha. Even though it's, and as he explains, even though this one's a levush, is avid iu mocha l'dargach achra. It's the moch for the next level. And this all works the same way. Is avid hachi, and continues to be made this way. L'tata, going down. To the point that this is the count. This is the format of a person in this world. Mocha klipa, the inner moach and the outer klipa, rucha v'gufa, and the parallel of the spirit and the body. V'kula iu tikuna the alma, and all of this was fixed in the ideal way of the world. Karhavasira b'shim shimsha, when the sun was, when the moon was in the sun, bidvekusa, connected, chada, as one. Havasiyara bin hiru, the klipos were illuminated. When the moon was, before the moon was diminished, the moon and sun were in sync, and the sun illuminated the moon completely. There was no dross, no psolis, no negative in the klipos, because there was a unity and a connection and illumination. Came these parashim and shimsha. Once the moon was put on its own, Bizpaktis al Chila was given its own heavenly host, the stars. Izaris Garma, it diminished itself, and Azaris Nahora, and its light became diminished. And now we get to the klipos, which we discussed yesterday. Obviously, outer klipos are much more klipa. Very little mocha involved in the other klipos. So that means that there, if any, and of course we said klipas noga is different than the other klipos, because the other klipos might be actually just dvorim masurim. So the idea is that once at a time, all klipos were illuminated. And eventually we hope all klipos illuminate again. And everything will be able to use for Avodas Hashem. But this is, Shabtai Tzvi's vote of Matir Isurim. The Isurim, the things which are locked up, which are not able to use this properly in this world, will be accessible to us. But now they're not. This, as long as the moon and the sun are separated, which is the situation of this world, and in the necessary situation of this world, there are many things which are just klipos where we can't see the mocha at all. We don't see how there's any positive use for these things, and we're not allowed to try to use them positively. Um, again, he's born klipa genizu the mocha, and the moch is hidden. The mocha, which can't be fixed by the moch. The things are locked away. Vadoi himoros chaser, and on that himoros is chaser. V'chol tatikun de alma. But all this is to fix the world. It's interesting, before he said, Kakuli Tikkun Alma, I think when he said before, Karavasir B'Shimsha means it was a fixed state when it was the moon was connected to the sun. But he was saying the Tikkun of the world is this idea that things should be concealed, that there should be darkness. The idea of the cyclical nature of light and darkness is essential to the world functioning properly. And that it says to illuminate on the land. In other words, the land is not illuminated in and of itself. The tikkun of the world is that we come to illuminate the land. So this idea is that the land is separate. That klipa, it looks like it's a klipa, so to speak, without mocha. And our job in this world, to the extent that we can, and with the limitations which are imposed upon us, is to bring that moach into the klipa and to use the things in this world which you can, especially divrei reshus, which is the primary avodah, l'shem shamayim. Okay, so I think we can't go into to the end of the paragraph here, kind of. So we'll stop here for today.